Hi everyone, this is the book I'm going to use to record the things that bring me joy. Last year I made a December book. You can see my December came off and my 2010 came off. So I'm going to redo that. But in the mini I made last year, I could write things in, but I didn't really write that much and I have a lot of room. So I might continue to do that in this one. But you see how this one's bound. I use my cinch for that. This one I wanted to use these Tim Holtz binder rings. So what I did to get started, this is part of a Scrabble board. I've been buying Scrabble games for the tiles. And what I did is I cut it apart here down the middle where it's scored. And then I fashioned a binding for it. And I used, and this is just some old cardboard from a Tim Holtz, those little pocket pages. And so I just took that and then I put some more cardboard inside it to make it nice and firm. Actually what I used was a piece of like an old tablet and I stuck it in there and cut it off. And then I used some of this tape, and I bought this tape, but we have this big thing called Delaney's, which is like a liquidator, but it's not your typical liquidator. I don't know, it's a very strange place, but it's like a cloth tape, and I just went around and around and around and around in there, and you can see there's like a space here. So the centerpiece, this piece of cardboard is like here, and then it's taped to the two outside pieces. Then what I did is I put in my binder with the brads. Now these are brads, so they had little pieces, you know, the, what are they called, the little tails or whatever. These little parts were sticking out, and I cut it with my Crop-A-Dile. This big Crop-A-Dile went through all the layers of tape, through the cardboard, so that wasn't a problem. But then when I put these in, I thought, oh, they're just sitting there. So I did do another piece of tape, and I kind of tucked it in here and here so that it would be nice and tight. Then what I did is I put some paper over it. I wasn't sure if I should Mod Podge the paper on it or not, but I didn't. I just glued it on. I used some this Beacons 3-in-1 glue, and it seems to have glued really well. And then I sanded the edges, and I used Tim Holtz Forest Moss Green distress ink on it. Then I used the same ink and distressed some seam binding, and then I glued that over this edge. You can see like this edge, I inked it, but it's still showing that white tape, and I don't like that so much, so I'm going to put some more seam binding across that too after I ink it. But now with this one, what's going to be nice is that I can open this up and change my pages around and my pockets around and put it in any way I want. This is how I'm staining my seam binding. I'm just laying it in the Tim Holtz distressed ink, and I'm just pushing down on the sponge like this, and then just pulling it through. That one really dark spot's where I had it sitting while I was getting the camera ready. So I just pull it through like that. I'm just going to do this spot a little darker, so back and forth, and I can just go like this too to get it nice and dark. And then I just have to let that dry a little bit. Well, here's the finished book that I made, and this is going to be my book. Like I said at the beginning, it's going to be my book to record things that make me feel joyful. So some of the things that I put on the front that make me feel joyful is I love birds. I really like clocks and gears and die cuts. Angels and vintage things, lace, Christmas bells, tea. I have a teapot on there, some pretty beads that I got in a swap, thoughts, have lots of thoughts, stars and little crystal, and of course a sewing machine and some lace. So this is the way it looks. The first page I wrote joy. This piece of paper is what I'm using as a template to punch holes in pages, and that's what I like about this one, is that I can add pages whenever I want. So far I've recorded a few things on here. Here's a poem. Joy is a pure state of bliss, and it's attained by bringing comfort and relief to other people. Doing so will bring joy to your life every day. Sylvia Browne, and I really like that. So my intention for the book is to see, feel, touch, taste, and smell joy. And this one says, I felt great joy in creating this book. Each element I add stirred my spirit in a more creative way. So I've written a few other things in here. This page is just a music sheet that I tore out of a book. This page is a special page that I'll share with you. And as we go through the book, you're going to see these flashcards, and this one's 12 for the month I was born. And in this pocket, I've put a couple special things that are kind of silly, but this is the only baby picture of me, the youngest picture, I think. Well, there might be one other one, but there's only like one or two of me as a little child. So this is one of the pictures of me with my great Aunt Hannah, who is one of the aunts that really got me going on crafting. This is just a picture. I have the actual item of a teething ring that was mine when I was little, and in the front there's a clock, and down here it says I was 6 pounds 12 ounces, and the clock says 9:30, and on the back of it, it has my name, Linda Jane. You can see that there's a big dent in it. I must have really bit it hard. And I'm not sure if it, oh yeah, it says month, December, year 1952. So that is a special little page on the day I was born, or about me as a baby. So I put my 12 card here with a little tab that I got from Stephanie, which was really nice. Down here I wrote another little thing about today, feeling joy, because that was the day, it was November 22nd. I had my bone density test and another test, but they all got done really early, so I got all these other errands done, and that was really fun. So I don't have anything else written in here, but I have some more elements in it, like this is a little frame and a tag, some special papers, a lotto game tag. Let's see, there's something else, some pages with lace. So I'm just going to have a lot of fun recording things in here. This page I took, this is a bingo card, and I took some Tim Holtz crackle medium and painted that page. Seems like, so then the next one, okay, I skipped one here. So this one says 2, and then this one says 52, and those are the years that I was born. And just some more pages. So all month I'm going to be writing in this. Here's some lace, because I love lace. And I might be sharing some more of this with you as I do more to it. But I really like using these binder rings because, like I said, now if I want to take out a page, like let's say I want to take this page out or this page out and paint it. Oh, I did paint that one. I can just unhook this and take it out and paint it. So that makes it really fun. Or if I want to write on it and it's all lumpy bumpy underneath, I can just take it out and write on it. So I really like using these ring binders for my Smash book. So there's my Smash book. I hope you like it. I'll be sharing it more during my birthday week, so be sure to stop back on Sunday. Thanks for stopping. Bye-bye.